Hey, happy Tuesday. Welcome to Talk Tuesday. If you've been here before, welcome back. If it's your first time, Talk Tuesday is our weekly segment where we go over tips to help you enhance your finances. I'm Coach D, your financial coach and mentor, and I am here to do just that, teach you financial literacy. I do this by way of budgeting. That's my favorite, budgeting. But we cover a lot of different things. So if you're new, check out some old videos. This month we will be focusing on financial literacy. Today, we're going to go over a lot of things about financial literacy. So, happy Financial Literacy Month. Happy Autism Awareness Month. Happy birthday to my nanny. Happy 9 months to my baby. So, let's get into it. What is financial literacy? And financial literacy is basically having the knowledge and understanding to be able to not only understand, but be able to use decisions, make smart decisions about your money, having that knowledge. So by learning it. So I'll go over the 5 pillars of financial literacy, but just knowing these things and understanding them, even if you don't understand them in depth, but understand them enough to be able to make a smart money decision, to make smart decisions with your money. So that's basically it. Having the knowledge, learning to do different things with your finances to understand different aspects. Hey, my comments were blocked. I didn't see you guys. Hey. How are you guys? Happy to see you. All right, so Financial Awareness Month. So I'm excited because finance is my jam. So this is our month. Okay, so we're going to talk about different things this month. I had originally said we were going to talk about how identity theft and fraud could affect our credit, but I didn't realize that today would actually be number one, April, number two, financial literacy month. So we'll push that to the end of this month, but we will talk about it. Okay. All right, so we talked about what is financial literacy. So, a part of financial literacy, I'm going to go over a couple things. So, just having the knowledge and understanding to one, be able to budget your money. That's number one. Being able to do that, understanding it, learning how to do it. Because if you can't do it, what's going to happen with your money, right? Being able to learn how to save, to be able to build up your savings so that you can actually see it grow, actually see it moving, not, saving and then the next week I'm pulling it out. And this is something that happens, but that comes from not knowing, what we're doing, how we're doing it, or what's affecting it. So again, that's part of that financial literacy. Also understanding our credit and debt. So last month we focused on credit all month. Okay, so if you missed it or you want to learn a little more about credit, go back and look at some of our videos from last month. Next month, give you a little teaser. Next month, we're going to talk about debt. So next month, we'll go into debt. Um, also, being able to protect what you work hard for. So definitely learning about different insurances and not just life insurance. We talk about our health insurance. We talk about auto insurance. We talk about property insurance. So there's a lot of different insurance. So we need to protect a lot of things in life. We talk about life insurance, and that is very, 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 very important. I wish I had my legacy guide to whip out to show you all, but I'll show you all that on another live. But I have a family planning legacy guide, which is something that you can. It's actually physical, and you could actually. I almost want to turn around and pull for it. Look, look! I have one nearby. I wasn't prepared. I wasn't prepared for that, but I have this, and so it's basically a book that you fill in all the different things for your family. So you would just basically be writing out what you want, where you want it, where are things so your family knows, okay, my bank accounts are here, or my wishes are to do this, or my life insurance is here, or these people owe me money, or I owe these people money, or just the different things in life that we need to let people know that, to avoid them from looking for things or trying to figure things out, giving them, what you want to do. I don't know how I got on that, but if you need that, that's should be in the links in our comments of this live because I put it every week. But I didn't. But anywho, financial literacy is preparing. Oh, we for preparing for different insurances and preparing for our life. Absolutely. So let's get into the 5 pillars of financial literacy. So number one, earning. So understanding our income. That's number one. Understanding it, understanding what happens to it, why we have, why we make a certain amount, the taxes that are coming out of it, the fees that are coming out of it, different things like that. Um, That's something that we actually cover week 1 in my Financial Clarity Academy. Number 2, savings, learning how to build that emergency fund, understanding what an emergency fund is, understanding what is a sinking fund. So if you're not aware, a sinking fund is a fund where you are just creating a fund specifically for a thing. It could be, this is a savings account specifically for car repairs, or this is an account specifically for vacations, or this is an account specifically for a birthday party. I don't know. But a sinking fund is actually just a savings account that's for a specific thing. Okay. Spending, understanding your spending, creating a list of it, actually looking at it, trying to maintain a spending habit, so to say. So, I'm spending this much every month, or I'm spending that much, on Fridays, or just understanding it. So that's a part of financial literacy, understanding your spending. So we did budgeting, savings, spending, borrowing. When you're borrowing money, managing your credit and your debt, right? So, what is your credit? We talked about that last month, so I'm not going to go deep into credit because we just went over that. But your debt, we'll go deep into that next month. But just understanding, what is your debt? What kind of debt do you have? What is your interest rate? Are you paying it? Are you aware of all your debt? Is it your debt? Just all the things included in that. So just understanding it. So um that's it. And protecting. I got into the protecting, but just all those things. So just knowing all of those pillars, each part is a different aspect of financial literacy, which all ties together and works together for your financial success. So learning them and understanding them is what you need to be able to make good decisions. So having your budget, that's going to help you to make a decision as far as looking at what my income is, what my expenses are. Can I afford to do something else, or can I not? My savings, knowing that I have something coming up that I can't afford, having that budget. Can I see that I'm going to be able to afford that, or save enough to afford that later on? My debt, looking at that and understanding the interest rate that come with it, to see how long, will it take me to actually pay that off, or how long will it take me to um, pay it off if I'm continue to use it, or how long if I pay extra. So learning different things about your financial literacy will help you to be able to make those decisions, make those calculations. So, yeah. So why does thank you for the thumbs up. So I can see how many are watching, and I can see like things like that. And then comments, I can see them depending on which platform you're watching from. So I always talk about YouTube, but this is sharing in other places. But remember, the other places will delete after 30 days, but YouTube will be here forever. All right. So why financial literacy matters? Because it is the foundation of your finances. It helps you to have the confidence to know, like, you know what, I can do this, or if I can't do this, I'm going to learn how to do this. So, we want to have that. We want to learn that. So, being here is number one. Looking at other videos, number two. Reading articles, taking classes, um, doing different things, getting tools, buying things that can help you with your finances. Sometimes it's not always about hearing or learning, but it's about doing, which is a big thing for me. Is when I teach things, I like you to come and I like to teach you, but I also like you to do things, or I like you to think about different things. I like to walk you through different scenarios, because I don't want you to hear what I'm saying and maybe not fully understand it, or hear what I'm saying and not really take action, not do anything with it. Like, I want you to get it, understand it, and move forward with it, and use it, and use the things that you learn. Speaking of that, so I have more to go on, but speaking of that, I want you guys to mark your calendars for April 28th, 29th, and 30th. That's the end of this month, the last 3 days of this month. Today's the first. But the last 3 days of this month, I will be holding a money reset. What? Summit. Money reset summit. Okay. So we're going to be getting together for 3 days. 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So we'll still have our live. But Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern, 1 hour each day. And we're going to have a different focus. So if I think I'm not sure which week, but I asked you all if I should do a class or 3-day summit, and I emailed my email list, and everyone said 3-day summit. So we're going to do it. So what better month than do it than to do it April for Financial Literacy Month? So day one, we would focus on understanding our numbers. So like we spoke about earlier, is those numbers. We're going to do that. We're going to learn about our numbers and really dig into them. Day two will be understanding our money story. What is our money story? Where did we first encounter money? What am I doing wrong with my money? What am I doing right with my money? Just really getting our story. You know, day three will be now that we have everything. I know my numbers. I know what I do, why I do it. Now let's create that financial plan to move forward. So I look forward to sharing that link with you all so you all can join me. I'm excited about this. This is something new for me, and I'm ready to do it. So I'm excited about that. So look forward to that. That 3-day summit. And there will be also a VIP option. If you're someone who wants a little bit more, then you would actually meet with me 1 hour after everyone else. And then we'll be able to go over questions about your specific situations. So we'll have like hot seat coaching. So whoever is VIP, everybody will be on there to throw your questions at me. Okay, so look forward to that. I'll tell you more about that later. Hold on, got some comments. Working through or the homework you give us. Yes, yes, yes. That's right. I want you guys to, and I, if you were part of my community, I'm always asking questions. What did you do? How did you do it? Did you do it? Show me you did that. Send me a picture. All those things. So, yes, that's right. I want you to get it. That's why I go live every week to teach different things or talk about different things. Because everybody doesn't need help in the same area. Somebody might be good with budgeting. Somebody might not be. Somebody might be fantastic at savings, but terrible with debt. Could be the opposite. Somebody could have no debt, but also have no savings. So it's different. It's different things. So um, the lack of financial literacy does, result in bad decision making. So you might do things that, it's not because you want to be bad with money, but you just don't have the knowledge to make a different decision or to understand that what you're doing is causing this or preventing this. You don't know that getting a card with a higher interest rate is preventing you from paying it off faster. Or you don't know buying a bag of chips or buying um, like lunch every couple of days on your credit card is preventing you from ever paying it off, or what's setting you back and is increasing it and is taking away actually everything you're paying on it. So it's different things. So the knowledge is what's best for you. So learning is power. A lot of people say that, but that is very true, especially with your finances. Okay. So let's see. When does financial literacy become important? I would say it becomes important when you have changes. So people have a lot of changes with their income, whether you get a new job, or if you lose a job, or if your hours change. So just your income. Okay, so maybe you have uh, less income than you did have before. Okay, so that's a lot harder. Now, how do I make this work? Was I even making it with the income that I had? Okay. And if I wasn't, then this is going to be even harder of a struggle with less money and not having, the knowledge of financial literacy. I might not know that I can cut this out, just for a short period of time to make it work better. Or knowing, on the other end, now I have more income. Oh, well, with this extra income, I can pay this debt off and free up some more income. So instead of paying bills every month, I'm going to pay my, debt off, and then now I have this extra. And I can either decide to go somewhere, do something, put it towards something, put it in my what did we just learn? Sinking fund, or I can put it towards a trip or whatever you want to do with it. So just learning about it. Thank you. I just see in the comments you said nice. Thank you so much. You guys, I guess you can let me know if you have any questions too. We're going to be cutting out soon, almost finished. Another time that financial literacy could be critical is taking on debt too when you go to open up a new credit card or go to open up a new loan or something like that. Just looking at the contract or the terms of the new debt. Do you read that too? Let me know in the comments too. Are you someone who you take it on somebody says, "Oh, you've been approved. Do you want it?" And then you just take it, Or do you look at it? Do you see how much the interest rate is? Do you understand? Do you see how long you'll be taking it on? Are you someone who pays attention to that? Because that is very important for financial literacy as well, because sometimes you could be making a decision where this credit card could be fabulous for you. Excuse me, this credit card could be a disaster, because you could have one that could have miles, where you're getting rewards points, where you're getting benefits for shopping in different places. Whereas it could be a store card where you're paying so much interest that, when they offer you the open today and you get 30% off your first purchase, or something like, something bigger, which is exciting. Like, what? So then you're thinking, well, sometimes people are thinking, I can't say you're thinking, but some people will think, if I'm getting a discount off in the beginning, then I'm going to make a big first purchase, right? So I'm getting the most out of what they're giving me, right? So we're thinking that we're winning, but in the long run, they're winning, because guess what? That little bit of savings we were going to get, they're going to kill us in interest. Because the chances are, if you make a big purchase, or even, with that 30% off and you buy a lot of things, then you might not be able to pay it off all in the first bill. You might not be able to. So then what happens? That 30 days that they gave you, or for the first purchase, or whatever the opportunity was, or, benefit was, but if you just get all that interest now. So you thought the 30% off in the beginning, and you got it off, but guess what? The interest is going to exceed that, because how much is your interest? More than that, and especially if you don't pay in the first month, you go see your second month, your third month, your fourth month, all that interest is going to exceed that little 30% they gave you, which that in the beginning has us excited though. Like, oh, let me get that, thank you. Let's see. I look at the interest rates, and if I would have an annual fee, I should be reading, but I'm terrible. That's a big one, an annual fee. A lot of times we don't pay attention to that as well. And then sometimes we have to pay attention not only to how much it is, but when is it going to hit? Because that could affect us. Because if we're someone who rides close to the limit, and then that annual fee hits and sends us over, what does that do? Add on a over the limit fee. Then it just spirals out. So that's good that you do look at the interest rate, because that is very critical. And then the annual fee. But definitely start reading it, because there are a lot of different terms and things that come with it. But I don't want to hold you guys too long. I don't hold you guys long. So we're going to be getting out of here. But just remember, we're going to focus on financial literacy all month long. So come back, and then what I'll do is throw on the end what I thought we were going to talk about today, when I didn't realize it was financial literacy month, and talk about fraud and things like that, because that affects our finances in general, not just credit. So always read the fine print in terms. That's right. That is right, because it's dangerous. It's dangerous out here, because there's a lot of different things in there, and you don't know, because sometimes they'll have you doing it real quick. And that's another big one for auto loans too. So pay attention to that as well. But as always, thank you for tuning in for Talk Tuesday, our weekly segment. This month we'll be focusing on financial literacy. So I'll see you next week, 6 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube. If you're on my email list, I'm not sure which day, but one day this week, I'll be sending you all more information on the Money Reset Summit. And I also need to send it out and let them know, that everyone's selected, because I did tell them I will let them know the outcome of the poll. And everyone said the summit, 3-day summit. So see, I know I'll be signing my life away to the devil. It's terrible. I'm going to start reading everything. Yes, please read everything. Please, please, please. Okay. And even when you get your bills in the mail, like your credit card bills, okay, now you're already locked in with the credit card, right? But still take a look at it. Take the time to just look at it. You'll probably be surprised at things you see. Okay, so take a look at that. Let me know. Yeah, send me a message and let me know what you find when you read one of them. Anyone watching, let me know. All right, I'll see you all next week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Happy Financial Literacy Month and happy Autism Awareness Month again. All right, see you guys.